just wait till we're over the speed bumps. It's like roller coaster footage. Good morning. I am off on a very exciting trip today and I thought we could vlog. I'm not feeling great, if I'm honest. I don't know. I wasn't very well yesterday. I feel like I've been fighting something for like over a week now. I am going on this very exciting trip today, and I'm going from there as well to Lisbon, which is for a conference called Web Summit, which I am doing 2 on stage things at, and also having a retrograde offsite. So retrograde, obviously, if you don't know, it's a company I started. We started it in around like January, well, technically probably around like January, February last year. Closed a fundraise in July. We've become a team of about 8 people. I've not met any of them. Obviously I've met them on video call, but other than my co-founders in person. So that will be really fun. But before that, we are going to Harvard, which is really exciting because I've never been to Boston. Sí, gracias. Harvard is like such a big deal. So I'm speaking there. I'm not speaking there once. I'm speaking there twice. I'm doing one thing at the business school and one thing at the main university. And I like literally, this is such a bucket list moment for me. Anyway, all that to say, I'm off to Boston today. I've never been to Boston. I'm going to Harvard. I can't fucking wait to see Harvard itself. But first things first, I am going into the office because we have our autumn-winter kickoff today. We've had a big product week, so we had our spring-summer like full buy sign-off. So we signed off all of the buys up until like end of July, which is very exciting. And now it's autumn-winter kickoff. So autumn-winter actually starts from August, which is really weird because I feel like summer in the UK doesn't end until end of September. No, I'm not a school child. So I've got 2 meetings. Yeah. So let's go. Sorry I sound sick. Literally whether I'm going for a flight or not, I constantly come into the office like this, as if I'm moving in. I'm like the bag lady. Perfect, make them break, boys. Make them break. Course number 1, a Michelin star delight. We have baby carrots and peas, 1 fish finger, and a meat-free ragu. Switching these. We are in Boston for the first time ever. So landed last night at like 7:30, which is past midnight UK time, which isn't good for an ill person. It is my first time in Boston and I've been traveling a lot for work recently and literally have not been able to see anywhere that I've traveled to. So I worked like full flight yesterday in the hope that I could do brunch and some exploring this morning. And so that is what I'm gonna do. I've done a few urgent bits. Yesterday literally just had like a normal work day, left the office at 1:30. By normal work day, everything's fucking on fire, and I cried once in private. But because I was feeling slightly ill yesterday, I've like lost all hearing in my left ear, which isn't ideal, but it's also not the end of the world. So hoping that's going to come back. I can like I can hear it more than I could last night. Like last night I could hear my voice like fully echoing back on this side, but now it's still not great. Let me quickly show you the room. I'm staying at a hotel called the Charles Hotel. Let me tell you, this room found out about feng shui and said fuck that, throw it all in the bin, rip it up. I walked in and I audibly said, oh, it's nice, it's nice. There are things that can only be shown. So you come in, here's the wardrobe, there's a bathroom in there, then come around, like, nice, really nice. It's this corner that I'm confused about. Like from this angle alone I look like I'm in the lobby of an old people's home. Actually this functions pretty well because I quite like to have like a little, you know, styling station, but I don't like things on tables in sight, so I can be round here and pretend there aren't any problems without having to look that way. So I am wearing this, my new vintage jacket. It's a bit squeaky, but that's fine, I don't intend to dance. Just got it off Depop from Tanis Vintage, I think it's called. Maybe like Tanis Rose Vintage. Anyway, gorgeous. Rented Chloe bag, jeans, and then these vintage boots I got at a vintage store in LA. A little grey rise and fall cashmere jumper. And some sunglasses, because I always forget to wear sunglasses. I kind of look like a bug. This is fucking incredible. Look at the fucking windows. Whoa, so fancy. So round. Fresh off the ground. This girl's wearing a tanago. It only launched like 2 weeks ago. Slay Boston. Look at her. I was like looking at the inside lining. I was like, that's definitely reversible. Hope you have a lovely walk. Hello, just had the best time exploring Boston. This city is fucking beautiful and I am so shiny I could be mistaken for the moon. What the hell? I think that I tried to switch foundation because my foundation, I usually use the Shiseido skin refreshing one. I've used it for like years and years, and I think my skin's like changed texture. I could fully see myself living here. Like, I feel like it's all the best parts. It's quite like Brooklyn-y. It feels like it's like a lot of the best parts of New York, but it's like very clean, gorgeous. A lot of it is on the water. It's absolutely stunning. I'm here with Lauren, but she is my agent. We've been having such a nice time. It's felt really lovely actually. So went to Contessa, we went up Beacon Hill. That was gorgeous, so nice. Went to see like this street, I think it's called like Acorn Street. That was so cute. Went to Sephora and had a bit of a raid, and then went to the Boston Public Library, which reminds me so much of Oxford. Like, it's very, very Oxford vibes. So that was really fun. Now I've got like a quick turnaround and I'm going to my business school talk, which is terrifying. Quick haul. I got this bronzing balm from Merit. I've always wanted to try Merit, but I haven't really known what to go for. But it's like, oh phew, I thought I'd already ruined her. It's like, that looks like a chocolate fondant cake. Okay. As I said, I'm having issues with foundation at the moment, and I would know this is meant to be really good, the foundation stick. I've never used a foundation stick before, but I got the Hourglass one, and then got a brush to go with it, and then got Super Goop I got the matte one because I have the suit with the other one, and it is, I think maybe that's what's making my skin like this. I do not know. And then I got this because this is what I use for like acne breakouts. I use this every day, and you have to ship it to the UK and pay like customers. It's very expensive. And then I got their little overnight swap, some Aquaphor Betadine antiseptic throat wash for hot girls only, to try and get this sorted out. And then Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and flu day and night. I was hoping the night one could just knock me right out. So that's my little haul. I'm gonna get ready to go. I have 2 outfits. One of them's more like slay business, which I think I'm gonna do today because today's talk is at the business school. But tomorrow's talk's part of a conference, so I don't know if people will be smarter for that. It's, you know, tough. Some real issues here. Right, so this is the slay businessy outfit. It is a salmon pinstripe blazer and then some pinstripe trousers, which I was gonna probably wear with like this t-shirt and some heels to like make it a little bit more casual. And then the second outfit is like the more casual one, which is still like this gorgeous navy the fold blazer. Ow! Oh, funny bone. And then some like dark wash jeans with like burgundy heels and a burgundy bag. But I think I will keep that for tomorrow because we're going to the business school today, and business school says business, so business it shall business. Gone for the more business school look for obvious reasons. So got the pinstripe blazer, got the pinstripe trousers. They don't match, but I quite like it. Like it feels, sorry, I'm eating a locket. My face is still shiny. What does a woman have to do not to get her face to shine? We've gone gold jewellery, gold hardware, little pointy little toes, grey tea. We are speaking about all things entrepreneurship, funding, Tala, retrograde. Crazy, like feels fucking insane to be speaking at Harvard Business School. Like, that is nuts. Like I always say, oh, me 2 years ago or me 5 years ago would have died. Me now dying on the floor, writhing around close to death. Cannot believe. But we're gonna be late and that would not be good, so we should go. We have a problem. No, it's actually stuck.
No.
Oh my god, it's actually stuck. Oh! Oh!
Isn't it crazy that it's this weather in November?
I know.
I actually
In terms of accessible market and general, like when you're looking at building a business, you're obviously looking at like, if we press these 3 buttons, how much would we be able to access? When you talk about imposter syndrome, a lot of the time that's because you don't see people who are like you in the position you are in, and that's never been a good enough reason not to be there yourself. So I think first of all, the pressure needs to be put back on those sides of the industry that have those systemic issues that make imposter syndrome so prevalent, especially for women. Like I find, you know, when I go and do big talks places and I'll have seen like a whole day filled with people speaking, and I'll have seen one of the, you know, someone who's done pretty similar to what I've done, a man, the session before, they're never asked about imposter syndrome. And it's like, yeah, because this is, you can look around and you can see that that statistically is, you know, possible, and we've got to make those areas better for people who don't see themselves there.
What's really nice is like we've got the business school campuses separate.
I'm so fried. It has hit the time of the day of the jet lag where jet lag is 4:09 and I have an early dinner at 5:30 with my uncle because he is a professor at Brown, which is very nearby, so I'm going to go to dinner with him. But until then, I have some things to do. and I don't want to do things. But that session was so good, it was so fun. It was like a really good, like, intimate, chatty session where we had some just like really good conversation in like a seminar room. So those are some of my favourite settings because I feel like you can actually... Sorry, I look ridiculous right now and I'm very distracted by how ridiculous I look. My lips are like fully overlined and like right in your face, so it's not helping the situation, but I'm afraid I can't bring myself to care. I like those sessions where we can have like a good chat, and it was like, yeah, like seminar-y setting. Tomorrow is more like a conference panel situation on stage. Good morning, happy Saturday for me, perhaps not for you. I have been up since about 6:30, so pretty good going for sleep, though I actually wanted to stay on UK time, so that was silly. I actually stayed up watching Gilmore Girls and didn't quite realise the time. I'm really addicted to Gilmore Girls right now. We are gonna go grab some breakfast. It is about, what time is it? It is almost 9 AM, so about to grow, I fucking wish. No, still short. About to go grab some breakfast, and then have an explore. Want to do exploring of like the Harvard area today, because yesterday we did more Boston. I'm gonna come back here for about an hour before the talk, get ready, spruce, prepare. So I'm wearing red shoes and I put a really cute red ribbon in my hair. So if Pinterest would like to get in touch, wearing these little guys, got a navy cashmere jumper on and a red striped t-shirt, which I wish could be out somehow, but it can't really because the jumper's longer. Maybe I'll like tuck the jumper. Undecided between this guy and this guy. I might go this one because I'm wearing this one later with my burgundy shoes for the talk. And a girl's gotta serve range. The accents must go. Managed to get the stripes out. Shoes, this little bag. When me and my fiance were first dating, I mentioned something about Wes Anderson, and he had to go back to New York where he lived, and he sent this to my house the next day, the morning after he left. But it doesn't look on. You know what makes me know that we have free will? The fact that I can walk past the arcade in the middle of the day on a Saturday in Boston and I can play the dance game. Okay, I'm just getting ready for the talk. Had such a nice morning, went to Tate and had a little wander around the campus, which was really gorgeous, and then went to the Harvard bookstore. World's favorite cat calendar, 365 cats. So this is a present. Over 10.9 million copies sold. This cat's rich. She's done well. I thought this was hilarious. I thought this was brilliant. This is the Sluts Anthology. Coffee table book on Palestine, which is, it's a comic book, I believe, on the history of Palestine and the turbulent streets, the loving homes and the squalid refugee camps of the Palestinian people. Here she is. That's all I have time to show you. Hope you like it. If you don't tell me. It's too late. Empowerment then means just being able to
break down barriers. So being able to share information, being able to share what all of the different types of entrepreneurship looks like, being able to share what people's different routes into entrepreneurship looks like. I think it's very hard to get somewhere if you can't see how that has happened for someone else. So I think for me, entrepreneurship has really been about how do we break down these barriers and get as transparent as possible so that anyone who is interested in a career in anything other than, you know, a set career where they essentially work for someone else can actually see, okay, this could look like all of these different things. It could look like raising investment and, you know, going down the venture capital route. Just like with every other career, especially with social media, it's very easy to think that you need to come out of high school or come out of college and go straight into your career. You don't need to just think about going into a job. You need to go into your career. And I think that's absolutely terrifying.
I'm gonna go to solid core, which I've been to a few times, and like one time absolutely killed me and one time was like actually okay, but the one time it absolutely killed me, within the first 5 minutes I was like, I'm actually gonna have to fake my own death to get out of this class, because in the warm-up I was suffering so hard. And then I leave tomorrow. Can't believe I leave tomorrow. Like, two things that really annoy me about America. There are more things. Whenever you are eating in somewhere, they will bring you a plastic cup. Glass. Like, bring me a glassware glass. And then another thing is that you walk into somewhere and immediately it's fucking freezing cold, like it's all air conditioned or it's heated. And it's like, do you know what, sometimes we can be like, homeostasis is a thing. Everything is air conditioned to the high heavens. Last one, actually. Yes, it's on again. Stop. There's no recycling in the streets. That actually is here. New York, so bad. No recycling in the streets. Like, it's not that hard. That's actually really not hard. And you've got to do your bit with the rest of the world, America. That is what I will say. I have one thing to say after that, and that is, what the fuck? Good morning. Oh, that voice says absolutely everything. I feel like shit. It is about 8:45. I landed at about 5:30, which is midnight Boston time, right? 5:30, fine. Midnight to start a full day of work, not fine. I pulled an absolute blinder in the airport, honestly. Guinness World Records, you should have been there. Like, you know when you just know that someone's from London, right? Or like from a big city, because the way I consumed the information from the signs at the pace that it needed to be consumed, I was from landing out of the airport with my bag through European passport control in under an hour. I now have a full day of work. Not only do I have a full day of work, this is my first time meeting the majority of my retrograde team. It's 8:54. I have a meeting at 9. Pull yourself together, put some deodorant on, I cannot smell on a day like today. Where the fuck is my deodorant? Grey t-shirt, jeans, little navy cashmere. We'll worry about how I look later. I have a podcast and I'm meeting the Prime Minister. A sentence that I never thought I'd say, particularly not on this amount of sleep. We are off. We cannot have anyone come close to our armpits.
Grace, what's like the square root of 6?
I would say... So I'm just back at the room. I just had a like 45-minute nap. Let's go get some coffee. Blazer, jeans, white tee, belt. I had given up coffee for the past 8 weeks. I just went to this place by my hotel and got a iced oat latte. I'd also given up oat milk, and honestly today, fuck that. This shit tastes like crack cocaine. It is delicious. No one ever give it up. Why would I ever give it up? I didn't tell you. I'm so embarrassed. I didn't realise that Kim wore pinstripes to Harvard. I look at the photos of her at Harvard by the business school sign, then look at mine. It looks like a tribute act. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. It's 6:30. I've got to leave to the National Palace for the Prime Minister dinner at like 8:30. No, 8:15. I'm going to tell myself 8:15, otherwise I'll be late. Which means I've got about an hour and a half to work and get ready and then go. I have to leave in like 20 minutes. I have just had the best dance party approval session. I have like one of two moods when it comes to work. I either need like calm classical, or I need like, you know, like pump it up. The playlist I was listening to, I'll put it on the screen, is impeccable. The way I feel so delirious right now, it's one of those things where like if I was having dinner with anyone other than the literal Prime Minister of Portugal, I would cancel. That this week has been insane. It's not even been a week, it's been over a weekend so far, but like it's been actually insane. I promise you, my normal life is a lot more boring than this. Like I spend 99% of my time in the office at my desk, and that is my happy place, and that is where I feel most productive. And currently I feel like actually I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, must stop procrastinating. Peace out. Right, I'm not actually going to bring you with me because I believe it's not allowed. I mean, I'd assume. I don't think they're like vloggers. If you have clear skin, look at yourself in the mirror right now and go, wow, how lucky, how nice it is to be me. Oh, there's a button inside. Should that be done up? I'd assume so. But there's no hole. Oh yes, there is. Right, before I flash a tit, I will be off. Have a lovely evening. Don't know if it's your evening, but do if it is. If not, have a lovely. I gave myself a bit of a lie-in because I only got back from the dinner like past midnight. Obviously sleep deprivation has been a hot topic in my life. I was just listening to Radio 4. I find that listening to Radio 4 in the morning makes me effortlessly smarter. Genuinely, it's one of those things I like highly recommend. So I set it as it's my alarm in London, and it makes the biggest difference. Like I just find, first of all, my pub quiz performance is much better because you hear about things that you don't hear about otherwise because you're in an echo chamber. Like on social media, you only consume things that you that you follow, really, or like unless they're completely unavoidable. And I just learned about the whole history of Las Vegas. I want to get smarter without actually doing anything. Highly recommend that. Well, I'll spruce up what I want. Okay, bye. No need to focus, no worries. Wasn't saying anything interesting anyway.
Could I get the Wi-Fi password?
Sure, it's more coffee and the password is yes, please.
It is. Wait, sorry.
No worries.
I think that a lot of AI, because it's obviously such a buzzword and such a buzz area, I think that we're expecting everyone to run into it with a huge amount of excitement and a huge amount of enthusiasm. And actually, I think the way we built Retrograde is almost as if that weren't true. It's kind of prepared for the fact that, okay, even if you don't use AI in any other walk of your life, you are still going to be very, very comfortably able to use Retrograde and integrate that into your processes when it comes to monetizing. The time that they actually get to spend creating content is some of their favorite versus the time they spend editing or emailing brands or, doing the logistics of it all. And I think what we really want to do is to be able to actually preserve that.
And Taylor and Retrograde, Grace Beverly.
I think that the only thing I've been able to do to, carve out time in order to be able to prioritize other things like, being able to have some time to rest or being able to have time with friends and family and all of that is just around booking it in. It's around booking it in. It's about getting very clear on my boundaries. And I think, I've definitely in the past year or so in particular got really clear on the fact that actually you have to be so aware of the opportunity cost of everything you're doing.
Hello. So I have just finished, did my 2 talks at Web Summit. It is 5 PM and I'm going to get to work. My inbox is like fucking insane. I feel so silly because it's like why did I, this weekend when I was in Boston, I was already taking time out to do the talk and everything. Why didn't I just get some solid laptop time in there and genuinely make some good headway, get through my inbox. But then I'm also on Thursday when I flew out, that 7-hour flight after a full day of work, I worked the entire time, completely through, and I felt so sick. I can feel myself getting sick again, it's in my throat because I obviously haven't recovered properly. And I just feel so silly because I should have worked through in the weekend, I should have just pushed through. And because obviously there's so much and you can't just fly to these places and have these experiences and expect your work to go away. But then at the same time I'm isn't this the point? Isn't this exactly these types of opportunities are what I've worked towards and what I want to do? Sorry, I don't know why I'm upset. I'm just I'm so tired. There's so much to do and there's so many problems. I've looked at my approvals, there's so many, every single problem that you could possibly imagine that could happen within a business is there. I just want to be able to go and do these opportunities and enjoy them and meet people. And I was with some people just then and they were going to get a drink, and it's it's 5, it's not that late, but they were just gonna go get a drink, and it's I can't even imagine doing that. I can't even imagine being able to go and get a drink. And then I was and just enjoy it and meet people and have a good chat. And I'm in Lisbon, maybe have a wander around the city. I just I find it so hard because I'm this is not, I love working hard, I really love working hard and I'm so fulfilled by my work, but at the same time I didn't want to build myself a life where I genuinely cannot think of just being like, yeah, do you know what, let's go do this. Like, I'll be able to make up time. Like, tomorrow I've got the retrograde offsite, then I've got to fly home. I'll have to do all my work after that in the evening. On Thursday I've got like an 8 AM till like 9 PM day. I've got 4 podcasts. I've got to catch up on all my work, and then I've got a Tala PR event. Like, I just want a nice evening in, like, with my dogs. So stupid. And to like get up and be able to go on a walk. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. And the worst part is that none of this is actually fixing what's in my inbox. This is so stupid. I feel so stupid. Why am I crying on my vlog? I'm actually doing a retrograde dinner tonight, and I definitely can't miss that. I feel like I'm the one person who doesn't live in Ireland, and I really want to spend time with them and probably like get to know the team. It's like I find like the hardest thing to balance is like the mix of making sure you're actually like having a life and also like doing well at work. Like, this is where it's such a fucking lie, being like, oh, start a business, you'll have no boss. Everything is your boss. Everything is my boss. If you see something, it's my boss. If it's an investor, customers, obviously you've got to put your team above everything. Everything is my boss. I'm gonna go and get a nice drink, maybe a cup of tea. It's gonna be fun and it's gonna be great, and all the problems are going to solve themselves. What a plan. What a plan. Oh, look how pretty the sky is. I was sad, and then I realised that I could have a little sweet treat. And so I came to the cafe and they had a vegan banana bread. And now I get to do my work looking at the sunset with a little sweet treat. Just checking back in. Now my Slack doesn't work. Now I've gone from happiness about my little sweet treat to wanting to claw my little eyes out with this very sweet treat fork. Right, it's nearly 8. I've been working for a few hours. I'm feeling a lot better. Sometimes a bitch just needs to get some things done and see some good work. Anyway, I gave myself a treat looking at my wedding design deck, and I have done like a 200 pin mood board by every single part of the wedding weekend, and our planner has just sent over the design deck, and it looks so fucking good, and it, like, I'm really picky. Like, I'm really picky. I'm so picky with like decor and everything, and it just looks so good, and I can't fucking wait. Like, it looks so good. Good morning, good morning. It is my final morning. I am just about to, I really wanted to get up and like go on a proper walk round Lisbon, like a nice, I'm not entirely sure it blended my contour, like round Lisbon, have a little, you know, podcast, coffee walk, but I got back last night. I realised like obviously needed to pack and check out, and like my offsite today ends at 1 and you need to check out at 12. So I did that, and then wanted to make sure I got my 8 hours, because if there is one thing that sends me loopy fucking loopy, it's lack of sleep. I'm gonna close the vlog. We've spent so much time together, I can't quite believe it. It's really gone from 0 to 100 in terms of my vlogging career. I've really enjoyed it. I want to say that this is so fucking far from my everyday. Yeah, I'll take you on a more normal 2 days or week or whatever soon. Just let me know what you would be interested in. But thank you so much for watching. If you watched this far, that's really fucking impressive. But let me know what you want, and I will try and do it for you. And for now, I will check out and go and get some coffee and have a good day and not have a meltdown, because meltdowns are for losers.